We chose adoption because we just really felt like growing our family in other ways besides just the traditional ways. Just felt like there was a lot of kids out there that needed a family and that we could provide a family for them. Selah came home when she was 7 months old in February of 2010, and Joe came home September 2012, and he was 10 months old. Well, we had some negative feedback from family members. Specifically, my grandma was really upset that we were adopting, and specifically that we were adopting outside of our race. It was really hard, but we just really felt God's leading us that direction, and we didn't feel like she could tell us how to run our family. Like, we're a family unit, and while I respect my grandma and respect her opinions, they weren't our opinions or our beliefs, and so that was probably the hardest thing about our adoptions. When we were adopting, we had decided that we did not feel qualified to accept special needs, and so we requested a child that did not have special needs. And we went into that knowing that it's not always possible to accurately predict whether a child was going to have special needs or not, and so we knew that that was a possibility. We just didn't want to accept a child that had special needs that were known right up front. And so we went to pick up Selah, and like I explained earlier, she was exhibiting signs of developmental delay, but we thought, well, maybe that was because she was in an institutionalized environment from birth on up to 7 months, and so she was just delayed because of that. And so we brought her home and started her on some therapy to help her catch up, and that's what all her therapists thought as well. We said she'll probably be fully caught up within 6 months, and this isn't going to be a problem for you. So we said, yay, that's great. And then, of course, 6 months went by, and she was not catching up, and she was falling further and further behind her peers, and so we started to realize that she was going to, or maybe require something more beyond what she was getting. And so we went and had an MRI of her brain done, and it was hard. It was very hard because I got a phone call from the nurse, said that she had brain damage, and it was just like a blow. It's a blow. And I still cry about it, and I still grieve about it, and I probably always will grieve for her. She just sat up until she was about 18 months old, and she didn't crawl until she was 2, and then she didn't walk, and independently she didn't walk until she was 4, although she was using a walker when she was about 3. So she's come a long way. They were very careful about giving us much indication of what she would be capable of doing. So they never would say, yes, she's going to walk at some point, or yes, she's going to, I don't know, be able to ride a bike. They would never tell us that. They would just always say, well, we'll just have to wait and see. I think she's far exceeded any expectations, and she's still continuing to progress. There's always new things that we can try. I'm going to be trying some new therapies with her this summer, and swimming lessons have been good for her, and maybe horseback riding. So there's lots of things she can do. It's very hopeful.
Okay. I made some big cheese.
You did.